But yeah, does this look crazy? I will say this wig is not meant to be worn. It's usually stacked on top of another wig, and I just am too embarrassed about what it looks like underneath this wig to show it. Usually, I will say if I'm doing work, my hair will be out. It'll be in fro form. Okay, I'm gonna do that again. Hey, my name is Mother Inc. I'm a Black trans drag queen here in North Carolina. And today I'm going to get into my regular work makeup, and I'm going to use that makeup to then create a drag look using as much of that makeup as I can. So this may end up being a two-part video. It may not. That really depends on how I am in the editing room of this video. But yeah, if that sounds like something you would like to watch, feel free to continue watching. If that sounds like something you don't want to watch, girl, still give a heart, I guess, and like, skedaddle. But yeah, stick around. So I will say this, I'm not the best with owning primers. That's just not always my thing that I do. One thing I do whenever I'm doing like regular day makeup, I'm gonna go outside and stuff. And even if I'm doing drag and I know I'm gonna go outside, I use some sunscreen. I have this Sugar Girl Hot Screen. It's 30 SPF. And I just put a little bit on my hand. I'm kind of towards the end of the bottle. I take the lid off and everything. I put a little bit and go over the face. I try to avoid the eyes as much as possible because you don't want, sunscreen in your eyes. But yeah, I use that as like a good starting off point. I also will, sometimes I'll mix it with like a Vaseline or something, which I know is not good for you, but I will do that sometimes and just use that as like a primer, if you will. I know you're not supposed to, like that's not makeup advice from professional. It's makeup advice from a woman who does it every day and so far doesn't have any complaints about it. Also, I do my skincare before I get to this part. Like usually I'll do my skincare in the bathroom, like my serums before I get here. I didn't shave this morning, so if you see some hair, I apologize, but I am a transsexual woman who is currently not on hormones, so that is fun. So yeah, so I'm gonna, usually I'd put my tinted moisturizer on my hand. I am towards the end of this. Like, I use this every day that I exist in the world, basically. It's Black Radiance Tinted Moisturizer. I don't know what shade it's supposed to be in. I don't even know if it says it anywhere, but I use this. I love it. It's my favorite thing. But I put it on my hand a little bit like that. So I'm gonna take this and just kind of go all over the face with it. Everywhere the sun touches. Some people, I could use it more like a concealer, I know, and like kind of use that method, but I put the whole face. It's not the thickest product either. I just put the whole face in this and just call it a day. I started using this because I knew it had SPF in it, and I, at that time, did not wear sunscreen every day, and I was like, well, I need to get my sunscreen protection. So I got this, and I got my, when I first got my foundation, made sure to get a foundation that had SPF in it. I don't currently have a foundation that has SPF in it, so I tend to, use sunscreen instead, like every day. And also, it's like a light sunscreen. I think it's only like SPF 15, and I think you're recommended to get more than that. Fact check me, I guess. Don't use me as a skin doctor, a dermatologist. All right, so now that that is done like that, I'm gonna go through and set it with some powders, some pressed powders. I have this found powder. And I use this for my highlight areas. I don't know the shade of it. I've had it for years, and it's worn off. I'm just gonna put it in the high parts of the face, or the parts I want to be the high parts of the face. Down the nose. And I'm going to use this Fit Me powder. It's towards the end of its life, darlings. Look at this. She is close. But this Fit Me powder in the shade 360 Mocha. I'm going to use that for like the rest of the face. If I were doing drag, I tend to use a third color to give that its full kind of look. But since I'm not doing drag, I tend to try to keep it as close to like 2 colors as possible when it comes to contouring and highlighting. My nose, I tend to just go down the middle with the highlight color and then on the sides with the regular color. So that's enough. And that's kind of the general shape of that. I tend to take this lipstick that I have. It's a red lipstick. It just says cream lipstick because I've had it for so long. And I put it on a sponge. And I put that on my face like that. That. Like so, like that. Like so, like that. I'm going to take a loose powder and set that. Where is my loose powder? Oh no, I can't locate my loose powder. Heartbreak feels terrible in a place like this. Where did I put it? Only one for living is. Oh, it was beside me. It was beside me. Embarrassing, but that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna take some loose powder and just and so I will say my makeup is built to withstand the day because I don't drive. Sometimes I take the bus, you know, and so that means I will be out and about an extra hour or 30 minutes either way, you know, like either going to work or leaving work, sometimes between work. You know, I like to have my makeup as set as possible because I like the idea that I look beautiful from beginning to end. You know, if you saw me at the beginning of the day, you're like, oh, she's stunning. You saw me at the end of the day, you're like, oh, she's stunning. And that my trouble area, the part of my face that hates makeup the most is my nose. It sweats so hard. Like the rest of me will look beautiful, stunning. My nose will look like a rubber ducky or something. But yeah, so I set it. And with that set, I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyes. Oh, I will say I don't know what this is. It's in a Black Radiance loose setting powder thing, but I know for a fact it's a mixture of different things. So yeah, so I don't know what that is. It's just a generic combination of banana powder and some other loose powder. Probably the Black Radiance and like e.l.f. So I tend to, when I'm going to work, do something that's not too crazy. So I'm just going to take, I have this palette that is the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe, and I will show you this palette. And I would like to apologize to the palette, to Morphe, to Jaclyn Hill for the state of it, but that's crazy. Like that's bad. I tend to clean my brushes on top of palettes, which is crazy. Also, look at that. She's been used. I've had her for years. She treats me nice. I contour my whole face with this palette. So yeah, I'm gonna use this color right here on the outside real quick. And I'm gonna use this mirror a little closer to my face. Like that. Do the same thing on the other side. So it looks like that. You know, just trying to create that like beautiful look. I'm going to take this color. I'm going to go into the inner corner of my eye. Ooh, like that. All right. And then I'm going to take this color and use it as an in-between. I don't know if I showed the other color on camera. I wasn't looking. Just down the middle, just around the river band, you know? All right, so that looks pretty good to me. And now spray my face off with setting spray. Then this face. Hear the rustling of my background thing. All right, I'm gonna keep on chugging. I'm gonna put some chapstick on because moisture is good. All right, and I'm gonna now contour my face with powders. I'm gonna use this color on the high parts of my face. And I'm gonna be a little more strategic with placing now. Whereas last time I did like a bigger, when I did my powders, I tended to do this whole upper place part of my face. Now I'm just gonna put it on towards the top of it, of that same area. And I will say this, I'm not a professional makeup artist. Like people, like at work will ask me like, oh, show me how you do your makeup. Or people will say that they like my makeup or whatever. And that, you know, is a nice thing. But my makeup is not like something that I studied a lot on. Actually, I saw today this weird ad where they were like, stop doing makeup like it was 2000 and use AI to do your makeup. And I don't know why that is just so stupid. It is makeup, girl. Do what you like. Don't do what you don't like. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. At least in my opinion, you know, no offense to the people who can't think, who has boo-boo in their brain, and every time they think they smell shit, you know, I don't know. I'm using this color so I'm going everywhere that I had the darker shade with that. I don't really contour in the daytime. Is my nose crooked? That's okay. Call me Trixie Mattel because my nose is on crooked. That's not a read. I mean, maybe it is, but she talks about her nose being crooked. So I will say I'm not currently on hormones, so I do tend, the place that gets the most care and love from me is right here because where I will get hair if I don't shave like I did today. I'm now going to do my eyebrows and take a little brushy brush, and I'm going to take this, actually I'm going to take this color and do the beginning part of my eyebrows, and I'll decide there if I want to go darker or lighter today. I think I'm just going to do this color for the whole eyebrow because why not? We'll say of everything, eyebrows are probably the thing I care about the least, if that makes sense. I have a lot of friends who love doing their eyebrows. It brings them a lot of comfort. For me, when I do my eyebrows, I'm like, I just want to look like I have hair there. I don't want to do too much. For a while, I didn't even have eyebrows. Like, I shaved my eyebrows off, and sometimes I want to go back to it just because I love not having hair up there. Like, if I could just have even skin from here to here, honestly, that would be tea, sis. I'm going to do my lip outline. I tend to just take a darker brown or a black and just do the lining of the lip. The lining of the lip. All right, that's there. I'm gonna do a blush. Because I did that blush underneath, you'll notice that warmth that's peeking through, that little warmth telling you, she's alive. She feels. If you pinch her, she bleeds. I tend to use orange blush. Like, it's very agreeable. Like, you can do a lot and it doesn't really overwhelm the face. But today I'm in the mood for, I think, a redder blush. So I'm going to go into this Juvia's palette I have. You see that? That's what happens to men in my house, okay? That's what happens to men in my house. So I'm going to this Juvia Place palette. I'm going to get in this reddish orange one. Old habits die hard, I guess. Go right into there. Ooh. I will say blush is my weakness. I will overuse blush, even in daytime. Like, you will come to work, like my job, and see me blushed out for no reason. Oh my goodness. Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. All right. Ooh. She looks stunning. I'm gonna spray myself with some setting spray. And we're gonna fan. Beautiful. All right, so now that we have that going, I'm now going to go ahead and do my first lip gloss, which is a silvery, glittery lip gloss, and go right in there. I used to, up until like last week, I used to love doing the round lip thing, but now I've recently been like really into like doing my widow's peak, making sure my widow's peak is seen. Right, now I'm going to get into this mascara. Close your mouth, Willow. Close your mouth. I was doing this play, and one of my castmates, she said her grandmother said that if you put mascara on the bottom lashes, you're a whore. And so I make sure I put mascara on my bottom lashes because I like to think of myself as a whore, even though I do nothing. All right. Is she giving? Is she giving, daughter? Daughter, is she giving? Daughter, is she giving, daughter? I love her. I think her name is Ebony. I love her. Mother, I love you. On my second gloss, which is this gold glitter, which honestly, the combination of the silver and the gold, I love it. I personally love it. It's my favorite thing. Like, sister, you cannot tell me that is not a beautiful lip. And so we're done with my work makeup. I tend to like emphasize doing as little color as possible and reinforcing that color as much as possible so it looks more blended. It doesn't look like it's too much. And that's what I generally wear to work. So if you like this video, make sure you watch the next one where I turn this look into a drag look. This shirt is inside out, you guys, and I'm so embarrassed. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe.